everyone, we're here for a hands-on look at how retailers are rethinking physical space to drive engagement and monetization. As we know, physical stores, they're evolving from simple sales environments into experience-driven spaces where technology influences how customers interact and buy. We're joined today by James Arndt, the head of Enterprise Business Division at Samsung Canada, to discuss where immersive display technology is heading and what it really means for Canadian retail. Our focus today is clear. That is, how can these tools help Canadian SMBs drive engagement and increase sales? James, we're very pleased to be joined by you here at your head office. Very excited, and I did get a quick walkthrough. Quite impressive with what is going on with technology, what Samsung is able to do. So yes, we'd love to jump into some of the Q&A. Let's do a quick segment to share with our audience and just make it a very worthwhile experience for our listeners and our watchers.
Thank you. Welcome to our office, and it's our pleasure to have you here today.
Now, James, let's begin. For small and medium-sized businesses in Canada, what should immersive in-store technology be on the radar right now?
So when we look at retail businesses now and the immersive experience is when we look at retail and how people are shopping, the retailers now are challenged with trying to capture people's attention and allowing them to look at what they're going to buy and how they can look in it. There's different ways that we're going to show them how they can save money by not having to print any more flyers and those sort of things. But really what we want to look at for immersive is how does a retailer get somebody in off the street into their store and maximize that experience with the technology.
You're absolutely right, James. I mean, customer attention is so hard to earn, and stores that feel dynamic and interactive, they stand out. Now, many SMB retailers, they operate with tight budgets. Please tell us, what are some realistic, cost-conscious ways that they can begin modernizing their in-store experience?
When we look at in-store experiences and the investments that are required, there are several things that we take a look at. Is people are coming into a retail store to have that personal experience, right? There's a reason they're not looking online. They're coming into a store to have that customer interaction with the retailers. So there are multiple ways that we look at how we would help the retailers and the cost of the displays. So the first one is they can take their screens and they can monetize them. So other vendors that they work with in their store, they can set up advertising and then get payments that way to offset the cost of the displays. And there are other ways that they can work with our partner channel and take it from a capital expenditure to an OPEX expenditure and basically rent or lease the screens on a monthly basis.
I love this response, James. I mean, it does not have to be a full transformation. I mean, starting with a single high-impact digital display for promotions or even menu boards, it can reduce the print costs and it can create such immediate visual impact. Now, tell us, how can digital displays help smaller retailers compete with larger chains that have much bigger marketing budgets?
So when we look at the difference between a large retailer and medium or a small retailer, they both they have the same problems, right? They're trying to capture the attention of the person that's in their shop. So what they want to be able to do is, even if you start off with one or two displays and trying to make sure that those are placed properly and the right content. So the biggest piece to this is content. So they need to have either doing their own content or a partner to come in and help them with their content. And that was really the difference of how they can compete against a larger company.
Now, James, talking about content, I mean, digital content that allows SMBs to really update messaging instantly, promote offers, as you mentioned, in real time, and create such a polished brand presence without a massive spend. And this is so important for our listeners. The strategy really closes that gap. Now, looking ahead, what does the store of the future look like for Canadian small businesses? Like, where is retail heading in 3 to 5 years from now?
So the future of retail, I believe, is two-pronged. So you look at your technology that's going to be in your store, but what you need to do is then look at technology and how do you enhance the experience of somebody working on the floor. So an associate who's working with the customer that's come in is how do you work with them with technology? So is that making sure they have a tablet or a phone, and be able to have information right at their fingertips, right? So people are used to instant answers, right? That's why we do it online. So if you can help that associate on the floor answer questions more quickly, that'll help. You can also have a technology that we call an endless aisle. So it can be an interactive display that would basically go back to to the retailer's website, and if they didn't have something in stock, be able to order that immediately. So being able to do everything when they're in the store and not let them leave without the answers that they want to have. So I'm very encouraged with the way retail is looking right now. We're never going to get away from having that interaction, people to people interaction. That's what people still look for. That's why they're going into the retail and having that experience. What the retailers really need to do is grab their attention, keep their attention so they can make that sale.
That was a really great wrap up, James. Thank you so much for everything that you were able to share in such a short amount of time. And you're right. I'm using the space that people will be able to use not just for advertising, but for supporting smarter decisions, creating stronger customer engagement. It will become a practical growth tool for Canadian SMBs in the next 3 to 5 years. Thank you again, James, for being on the show with us and for sharing and exploring the future of retail here in Canada with us. Thank you.